There are so many things to overthink about. I haven't done my homework, I have exams tomorrow, I'm overthinking about that crush, and I wonder why I am struggling. But then I look around, and what I see everyone in my generation is the same. They are also struggling. This was my story. You see, I was leaving college. I decided that I didn't want to go to uni. That wasn't for me. So I left college and I started going into working, started living almost like kind of like an adult. And then after a bit of working, I realized that that's basically what I am. I'm now an adult, which is weird and kind of sad. But the thing is, what hit me is that I could do all the things that I couldn't do. I could buy GTA 6. I was an adult and I could do all the things that my parents monitored. Every time I was younger and I asked my mum, oh, you're going to the shops, oh, could you get like this packet of crisps? Could you get more snacks? Could you get more like, I don't know, like brownies and stuff? And she would only buy one because she didn't want me to get too fat. She would only buy one, she would monitor. I only had 1 hour of gaming on video games, 1 hour of going on my iPad. That was it. My parents did that so I didn't get too addicted, but now I'm an adult and I can do all of those things. And I did. I ended up eating so much junk food. Every time I had to watch something, every time I was binge watching something on Netflix, maybe like Brooklyn Nine-Nine or something, and then I would have to eat something as I watched. You see, my childhood did not set me up for success. Maybe this is different for you. Maybe you're like leaving uni, right? You finished uni and now you're applying for jobs. Now you applied to loads, you suddenly got a job, now you're an adult. So it's probably a little bit different for you if you're going to uni. There are some points that I want to make, that I want to talk about, and that is the caveman lifestyle. Back loads of years ago, hundreds of thousands of years ago, where cavemen were around, where there wasn't technology, there wasn't all this instant gratification, where the men and the tribes believed that bathing in hot water, that would make you weak, so they brought their sons out to the rivers, to the lakes, to the freezing cold rivers and lakes, and that's where you became a man. And the thing is now, there's loads of scientific proof that cold exposure is good, it is healthy for you, it increases your dopamine. We all know that ice baths and cold showers, they're good, they're healthy. You see, what we have now is that we do not have discomfort. I wanna tell you a story. It's about me when I first learned to ride a bike. You see, this is when, like, on the rare occasion that my mum and dad, we were all together, and my sister, so like a family, right? My mum was with my sister at the park, and literally we were on this big field, and it was just me and my dad, and he was teaching me how to ride a bike. And he was behind me, he was helping push me along as I was trying to gain my bearings, and I fell, I grazed my knee, and he didn't then look at me and be like, oh no, you've grazed your knee. Oh, let's just stop, let's not ride a bike anymore, alright, you're just not gonna ride a bike. You've grazed your knee, you're hurting yourself, there's no point. No. My dad didn't do that. He looked at me, he held me up and he said, look up, you're looking down, look forwards, and go faster. So I got up, I looked forwards, I went faster, and I fell again. But I did learn how to ride a bike. You see, if my mum was there doing that, I would have never learned how to ride a bike. She would have been like, oh no, you've hurt your knee, like, you know, that. And you shouldn't ride a bike, you've grazed your knee too much, you're hurting yourself, you're falling over too much. You see, and I can tell because recently I had an accident, like a motorcycle, and my mum is now like, doesn't want me to go on a motorcycle ever again. She's like, no, just get a car or just don't drive. Whereas my dad, he was like, just wear more protective gear, be more careful. He taught me what to do on the bike, how I had an accident, and what to do when I'm cornering. See, that's the difference. It's not anything against my mum, because my mum was super helpful with other things, but that's why you need a mum and dad, but unfortunately a lot of us don't have that opportunity. You see, my dad, when he was interacting with me, he was teaching me the caveman lifestyle. My dad was taking me to the rivers, to the lakes. He was teaching me how to survive and thrive during the hard times, during the difficult times. But the thing is nowadays, a dad interacting with their son is kind of weird. We don't have that anymore. If my dad then started doing boxing sparring with me, well, I mean, if I got bloodied up, then people would be like, oh, that's bad. No. I wanted to go sparring with him. See, we don't have this anymore. We have video games and junk food and instant gratification and social media. We have all this instead. So, why are we struggling? That's the big question. Why are we struggling? And it is because we got comfortable. And the thing is, how many of us actually go to uni because they have a mission, they have a purpose that they want to pursue and they need to go to uni for it, and that's why they're going? Or you're going because it's the only thing you know. Your whole time growing up, you've only been in school. That's all you know how to do. So you don't know what it is you want to do in uni just yet. You're not sure, so you're just gonna go because all your friends are going, and also because of the nightlife, and also you don't want to start doing all the rent, bills, paying for your own house, finding a job. You don't want to be an adult yet. See, the only reason I say that is because that was me. I was going to uni for the wrong reasons, so I didn't. The thing is, everyone has heard this quote: hard times create strong men. Everyone has heard that quote. Easy times creates weak men. And unfortunately, this was most of our childhoods. It was mine. I had a difficult childhood bringing up, but when I ultimately think about it, I was brought up in a way where my life was easy. I didn't have to go through any difficult times. Obviously, I'm pretty sure I don't know anyone in my generation who hasn't got childhood trauma. Everyone is honestly, looking at the years below me, damn, they were fucked up. My God. But when you think about it in the grand scheme of things, we had easy lives. Yes, we had a lot of childhood trauma, but we had an easy life. We weren't brought up for success. Well, my dad did bring me up well, because he was like the caveman. There's another thing that I really like, and that is really interesting with this quote, is what you feel you want is the opposite of what you think you'll get. Now, saying that, it probably doesn't make sense. So if I put it into perspective, when you feel like skipping the gym, do the opposite. When you feel like cheating on your wife or your girlfriend, do the opposite. When you feel that you are getting comfortable, do the opposite. Easy times creates weak men. And the thing is, I had heard the quote, hard times create strong men, but easy times create weak men. I've never heard of that. And that's because schools don't teach us this. Families don't teach us this. Maybe you've not heard of this either, because no one's teaching you this. Obviously, my dad did teach me this, but no one's teaching you this. Men should be hard on themselves. We should be hard on ourselves. And do you know why? Okay, because this is why. Right, when I was a little bit younger, I was in my teens, I think I was 15 or something like that. We had a den in the woods every single day, and it was during summer, we would cycle to this den, and I lived a little bit further away than my friends because they lived a bit closer to the woods. So for me, it was a 40-minute cycle, uphill, on main roads, uphill, up through the woods, and every single day they messaged me and they'd be like, oh, you're going to the den today to build more? I'd say yes, obviously. But I hated the journey. I hated cycling up. It was difficult. It was hard. I hated it. I absolutely hated it. Cycling all through that, cars behind me, all uphill, getting tired, being really slow. It's supposed to take 40 minutes. I ended up taking an hour because I had to walk up with my bicycle on my left side because I got tired. It was hard. It was difficult. So you're probably thinking, why did I do it every single day? Because at the end of the day, we had built so much to the den. We had an oven, we had a roof, we had a floor, we had a tree house, we had a basketball hoop. We straight up built a house in the woods, and it's still there now. We built so much, and cycling back, it'd be late at night, it'd be dark, and I'd get home, and my dad would look at me and be like, you look like you've had an amazing day. You look so happy, and I was happy. I felt like I was conquering the hard times. I honestly felt like I was conquering life. At the age of 15, I felt so good. You need to put yourself through the hard times. You need to put yourself through meditating, having the effort to go through that clean diet, putting the effort to go and start working hard at the gym, putting yourself through cold exposure, having ice baths, cold showers, putting yourself through the hard times. Because if not, life is going to put you through so much more hard times. Life finds a way to really mess you up. And the thing is, this man who is doing all of this, who is meditating, who's going to the gym, who is putting himself through the hard times, cold exposure, having a clean diet, this man, he is not struggling in this generation. No. He's not struggling. He's thriving in this generation. This man is thriving. But the thing is, a lot of us aren't like this man. And a lot of us, we don't like this man. We're not like him, and we don't like him. You see, if you are starting to go to the gym, you're on self-improvement. You're doing cold showers, you're talking about the gym. The thing is, you'll find someone in that school who is talking shit about you. Why did my Alexa go off? You'll find someone in that school who is talking shit about you. You are the joke. My friend who was starting to go to the gym, and he's actually really quite big now, but he had a gym account on Instagram, and then like this group of like girls, and I think a couple guys as well, like, why has he got a gym account? Whoa, why are you insulting that? What's the point? That's like insulting like me for sleeping. That's like insulting him for sleeping. And I have had someone do that once, which was a very strange conversation. What's the point? Why are you insulting this dude for... When did becoming healthy become looked down upon? When was the norm that we all have to be alcoholics, vaping, and just miserable and depressed? When was that the normal? I don't want that to be the normal. I want to be the guy who's thriving in this generation and not struggling. Honestly, like, people who are insulting, like, for you trying to be healthy on self-improvement, they're dumb. They're just dumb. Their brains are so squishy that it's just non-existent. Imagine having a brain that's just so squishy it's non-existent. I can't. It boggles my mind. Hopefully this helped you out. Stay consistent and do the best you can. Love you, bro. Mwah. You know what? I've already gone to the gym today early this morning, but we're gonna go again because my friends just messaged me that, like, oh, you going to the gym later? Hell yeah, we're going twice again. Chest, try, and legs today. I'm gonna feel like hell tomorrow.